44% of American workers are retirement super savers, according to a 2023 Transamerica study. But what is this super saver, and how can you become one? Here to break this down, we've got Ted Jenkin, who's the Oxygen Financial CEO and Certified Financial Planner. Ted, great to have you here on the program with us today. What is a super saver? Let's just start there.
A lot of people are asking this question, Brad, but generally speaking, it's people that save 10% or more of their salaries. If they get a company match at work, it can be close to 15%. And interestingly, in the first quarter, Fidelity found here in 2024 that the average savings rate into 401ks was 14.2%, which is close to that 15% target. What's ironic about it across the generations is that Generation Z has the most amount of super savers, and right now, Generation X has the lowest amount of super savers. I think between the kids and their parents and taking care of both, that's what's making it lower for them.
What are the common traits of a super saver?
Well, the biggest thing is they're just not susceptible to lifestyle inflation. They use something called the rule of thirds, which means every time you get a pay raise at work, about a third is going to go to taxes, a third goes to fund, and then a third go to additional savings. In addition, a lot of these super savers now automatically enroll in their 401k. It's roughly 60% of all new enrollees in 401ks. It's automatic, and they have increases in savings on an automatic basis. And then last, they have mentors, whether it's in a group or you have a financial advisor or one-on-one, somebody to talk about money, savings, and things like that.
And so everybody wants to become a millionaire or have $1 million or maybe more. Why not more?
Right.
How long does it take to become a millionaire if you're using that 401k and the max kind of matching that you can get?
Well, unfortunately, Brad, there are no microwave millionaires in America. For all the time that I've been doing this, it takes people about 26 years to become a millionaire in their 401k at an average savings rate of 17%. And that's with the reasonable rate of return and making sure that they don't pull money out of their 401k. That being said, still less than 2% of all Americans are millionaires in their 401k. So we have a long way to go, but it takes roughly a quarter of a century to get there.
You know, it's interesting, as we were looking through this survey and some of the findings here, it really comes back to, for retirement savings, how many people are actually going above and beyond and how many are not able to put away enough, whether they've been hit by the pandemic and that tapped them, or whether there is a medical issue that they've had to deal with. There can be so many different factors, but is there a retirement savings crisis that's looming right now?
Brad, I think there is. As exciting as it is to talk about super savers and people being millionaires in their 401ks, we still have a major gap in wealth here in America, because that means 56% of people aren't saving 10%, and some of those people are saving zero. And while Americans have 1.2 trillion in credit card debt, half the people in America have not made a repayment to their student loan since last October, and auto delinquencies that are at a 20-year high. We have a real problem with people being able to save here in America. I used to tell people, Brad, that retirement was sort of a three-legged stool. You get a pension at work, you get Social Security, and then you have personal savings. Today, Brad, I think that's turned into a pogo stick. It's directly on the shoulders of Americans to save for retirement, because who knows about Social Security, and certainly companies don't give out pensions anymore.
Yeah, well, we certainly got to change some of the inputs to remediate some of the wealth gaps and equity disparities as well. Perhaps that would put us on a better track also. Ted, thanks so much for taking the time here with us today. Ted Jenkin, Oxygen Financial CEO.
Thanks for having me, Brad.
Certainly.